Man, it is a tough one because usually anything that comes out of Trump's mouth is a lie. The Pinocchio president. But calling our prime minister two-faced might even strike a chord with many Canadians. Calling him blackface certainly did. Well, voters put Trudeau on probation in the election, a short leash, and maybe they should have insisted he not be allowed to leave the country. There was the Mr. Dress-Up India trip, of course, and before that, the Caribbean vacation with his BFF, the Aga Khan, which the Ethics Commissioner found Trudeau guilty of violating conflict of interest rules. This week, by the way, we found out that the Mounties had still not paid a bill from that trip that cost Canadians almost $250,000. CBC News revealed that the RCMP still owed the managers of the Aga Khan's Island more than $56,000 for accommodations, meals, and jet ski rentals. Jet ski rentals? Yeah. Anyway, back to the NATO meetings. On one hand, the hot mic episode shows that world leaders do think Trump is a joke. On the other hand, it's not always a good idea to poke the bear, particularly the crazy ones. Although the Trump sycophants can turn anything into a leadership moment.
What next? Are they going to bring out the burn book from Mean Girls? We're totally not inviting him to the next sorority mixer. Oh my goodness. They're just mad because Trump dominated. They just sit there like potted plants.
I guess the one thing that was obvious is that our leaders are just ordinary people who like to gossip the way everyone else does, and sometimes at their great peril. Did you hear that? The sound of one hand clapping during Andrew Scheer's "We got more seats than the last time" victory tour across the country.
Dead man! Dead man walking! Dead man! Dead man walking! Dead man walking here! Dead man!
Everybody except Mr. Scheer probably realizes that his time is up. He simply is not electable in urban Canada. Most Canadians have moved on from positions that Scheer still holds close to his heart. Now, the Tories might have a decent shot at power when this minority parliament folds, but not with this guy. Closer to home, the Quebec Liberals this week fell further into the abyss by losing a by-election in Quebec City, a riding which was a traditional Liberal stronghold. Well, what does it mean? Nothing and everything. Nothing because it's only a by-election and these things rarely matter. Everything because the Liberals now do not hold a seat east of Montreal. They will elect a new leader next year, and she or he should get used to sitting in the opposition leader's chair for a while. A year in, and the CAQ is as popular as ever. A Leger survey has them at 46% support, with Francophones who make up the majority in 100 of the 125 ridings in Quebec. A tall hill to climb, but things never stay the same. The best the Liberals can hope for now is on sait jamais. Finally, one of the first things you learn in broadcasting, radio and TV, is to never assume a microphone is off. Always assume they are on. Always assume whatever you say can be picked up. Now, Ronald Reagan learned that lesson back in 1984 when he thought he was just doing a mic check.
I've signed legislation that will outlaw Russia forever. We begin bombing in 5 minutes.
And that led to the Soviets going on a red alert for war. Always assume. Lesson of the week for Trudeau and the rest of the NATO leaders. Indeed, on the sait jamais, you never know. I'm Barry Wilson. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And if you like what you see, please share it. And don't forget to check out our weekly poll on Facebook. We want to know what you think.